It's another edition of live and in-person Green and Gold today at Lambeau Field. You know, we were once called Lambeau Live until the lawyers got involved.
Briefly.
Bill Johnson, Jason Wilde with you here on the ESPN Wisconsin YouTube channel. I think that's what it's called. Billy, where were you in 1991 around December 15th?
Wow, I was working for Larry Fritz Cards in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. One of the biggest baseball card distributorships in the country.
Yeah.
My claim to fame there, I actually sold several sets of baseball cards to Carly Simon.
Really?
Yes, I did. And I actually asked her who You're So Vain was about, and she just laughed and ordered another 1982 Topps rookie set.
I didn't realize that she was into baseball cards. Yeah. Well, that was the last time in this, either here or in Milwaukee or at State Fair Park or somewhere near Hart Park, wherever it might have been. It's the last time the Lions came into Wisconsin and beat the Green Bay Packers, a streak of 22 consecutive games, including playoffs. Does it end this week?
I think it's got the best chance to end that it's had in a long time, maybe with the exception of Week 17 of 2011 when the Packers sent out Matt Flynn and he had that record-setting performance. I think the Lions are playing very well, even though their coach is a knucklehead. I think they're playing great. They've always had a lot of talent. And Calvin Johnson is the most physically gifted receiver in the league, and on most weeks he's the best receiver in the league. Stafford is great. His only problem is staying upright. He's done that the last few years. I think Reggie Bush really adds so much to that offense, makes it so dynamic, and really kind of hits right at the Achilles heel of the Packer defense, that soft underbelly.
You love the soft underbelly. Well, Mike McCarthy was pretty animated on Wednesday when we asked him, or when I asked him, about that streak, and he said it ain't going to help us on Sunday, and he's right. But how big of a game is this for the Packers, considering that if they lose and the Lions win, the Lions are 4-1, 3-0 in the division, Packers are being a 1-3 hold. I don't want to call it a must-win, but this is a pretty important game to keep that streak going.
Well, and nobody in the locker room is calling it a must-win either. I don't know how much we believe in groupthink around here, but I specifically talked to T.J. Lang, and he said, well, I don't like to call it a must-win, and then he proceeded to tell me why it was a must-win. It's a divisional game. They don't want to fall to 1-3, all those different reasons. I do think it's a must-win. I mentioned this to our friend Tom Oates when he walked in. He asked what was going on, and I said, I wonder what happens if they lose. I mean, this place is going to be a lot different. If it's been uptight at points during this preseason and the first few weeks of the season, it's going to be, DEFCON 12 uptight if they happen to lose to the Lions. Has nothing to do with the streak. Has everything to do with the Lions being 4-1 and the Packers being 1-3.
I don't remember a DEFCON 12 in war games. I think it's DEFCON 1 when things are really bad.
Oh, yeah, so we have this discussion whenever we talk
on
DEFCON.
Occasion. So what's the biggest matchup you see here? Is it Reggie Bush? Is it Ndamukong Suh and Nick Fairley against the Packers' interior offensive line? Is it stopping Calvin Johnson? Is it Aaron Rodgers coming back from a disappointing performance in Cincinnati? There's a lot of storylines to this game. What do you think is the biggest one?
As much as I complain about the soft underbelly, I still think defensively they have to have an answer for Calvin Johnson. They have to manage Calvin Johnson. They're not going to stop him because they're going to keep feeding him the ball, as they should. So they have to come up with some sort of solution. You talked to Mike McCarthy about it, how well Sam Shields has played so far. Did really well for the most part versus A.J. Green. A.J. Green, a step down from Calvin Johnson, not a huge step down, or a really good receiver. So I think on that side of the ball, they have to concentrate on that. The soft underbelly, it's those annoying 15 to 20-yard gains, but you can stop them, and you prevent the big play. And that's kind of what the Packer defense is. It's bend but don't break. It's try to create turnovers. I think offensively, I think they have to do what they do. It's great.
Which has become run the ball effectively.
Well, but it's great that they run the ball better. But they have to protect Aaron Rodgers so he can make plays. If they can protect Aaron Rodgers, he can exploit that secondary.
He's Bill Johnson. He'll be at Ari's Sports Bar for Pack Attack.
Me and Homer.
I'm Jason Wilde. I'll be here at Lambeau Field.
Remember Homer's favorite 2 beers, free and free light.
And we will see you next time.